Welcome, my Action Principles champions. I'm Bill FitzPatrick from BillFitzPatrick.com. I'm the founder of the nonprofit American Success Institute, and I'm honored to be one of your teachers on your wonderful life journey to success. This is real estate principle number 22. Believe me, in a real estate deal, it's not always about top dollar. Here is a big mistake that many novices in the real estate investment business make. By novices, I mean both buyers and the 80% of real estate agents who aren't super agents. They presume, and they presume incorrectly, that the primary motivation of all sellers is to get the top dollar for their properties. This is incorrect. This is wrong. Now, this does not mean that some sellers are not looking to milk the last dollar from their properties. Hey, they own the properties, they're theirs. This is America, this is business. They're entitled to maximize their profits. But go back to the words that we just used, those important words, all sellers. Selling real estate is, let's be kind, at times, a lot of times, a nerve-wracking, stressful, pain-in-the-butt experience. Many sellers are happy to get a fair price for their properties in exchange for the least amount of hassle and drama. Think about it. When you're selling a house, it is not the most comfortable of experiences. You have open houses. You have to. You have people looking at the houses. You have strangers traipsing through your house. They get mud on their shoes and, whatever, who are these people making critical comments? Every seller wants to get the sales process over as quickly as possible. Now, this can be magnified for sellers of small investment properties, 2, 3, 4 family houses. They may have owned these houses for years. In many cases, they've become close to, sometimes friends with their tenants. Now the tenants hear that the properties are for sale, well, what are these tenants? Now they're panicked about the sale and, what's going to happen to them? These tenants can feel let down by the seller, and as a consequence, well, you see that they can be less than fully cooperative regarding the sale. Again, this type of seller of multifamily housing, a property with tenants, this seller may be very happy to have a low-key, quick, straightforward, smooth transaction dealing with a buyer like you, a professional investor, someone who is not going to unduly upset the tenants and is smart enough not to go through a property making unkind comments or bringing in all these inspectors and making unreasonable demands. Yes, as an investor, as a buyer, it is your professionalism that should be part of your buying pitch. That a seller should be happy to deal with you because you are a professional investor. A professional investor. When you make a deal with somebody, they have a lot of confidence that the deal is actually going to go through, that you have your financing arranged. You know what you will do with the property, and you're prepared to deal fairly with the existing tenants, informing them of your plans if that's appropriate to do, so that they can in kind make their plans and they can make their decisions, being fair, above board with everybody concerned. although you may be making a low offer to a seller, you will not be surprised at how many sellers warm to your professionalism when you can virtually guarantee them a smooth and easy transaction. Over my 40 years in the real estate business, I have seen many instances of deals that went together because the seller personally liked the person who was buying the property. And on the flip side, I've seen lots of deals blow apart because one of the parties to the transaction thought the other party to the transaction was a jerk. As my grandpa Harry so often said and taught me, and it was great advice that I've obviously not forgotten after over 60 years, it's nice to be nice. Let this also be the words of wisdom for us as real estate investors. It can be very profitable to be nice. If you're watching me on YouTube, click and donate a few dollars to support our nonprofit educational work. We need, we welcome, and we appreciate your support. I'm asking you, together, let's make a difference to bring the action principles, and I hope you've read your action principles and you've signed up for your daily action principle on BillFitzPatrick.com, so that we can bring this positive spirit of the action principles to others who are in need. Your dollars help us to continue to do this work. In advance, thank you for your generosity. I'm Bill Fitzpatrick, and I'll be back shortly with our next real estate principle number 23. Average people? Well, average people aren't future millionaires. But you will be. So, hoorah! Let's go ahead, let's go out, and let's do it.
Thank you for listening. For more information on Bill's work, the Action Principles, and the American Success Institute, please visit BillFitzPatrick.com.